What's up? It's Brandon chilling here at Envion with Mac, the producer, the guy that's doing all the noise, man. How's it going, Mac?
Man, I can't call it, man. I'm just trying to live.
Just trying to live, man.
You know?
Definitely bumping tonight, bro.
Hey, I'm trying. Appreciate it.
So, man, like, what got you into music? How'd you get into the studio setting? Like, what really got you started?
Honestly, I grew up playing the drums in church. So, but as my life progressed and other things started taking me a little further away from the house, it was sort of like, what could I do with it? So I was interested in architecture also, so it was like, how much could I change a song? So I started out really just importing acapellas and then importing beats and then just fucking it all up. You know, Pyrex engineering is what we call it. So that's pretty much the base.
Most definitely, man. And, like, how did you come to get where you're at now? Like, what steps did you take to put yourself in place to where you got your own studio? You've worked with guys like The Outsiders, Lil Durk. Like, how'd you get to that point?
It's just time, man. You know, we started in the garage. You know, it was an idea. We started off actually as a traveling studio, and then we converted the garage over. It was really just an experiment. And once I decided that this was going to be my main means of income, I had to stop doing everything else. I quit my job. I stopped my little extra shit, and it was like, you know, when you go 100 at something, then it should produce what you wanted to produce. So, you know, now we here, and we got a lot of ways to go, but I'm glad that we here.
Most definitely, man. So what's the biggest song to date that you've been a part of, that you've helped create? Like, what's the biggest one you got out there, hits-wise, views-wise?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I would probably think it would be a tie between the Kush Cowboy mixtape that was done a couple of years ago and Nunu Got the Strap. Rest in peace, you know, Nunu. So with those two opportunities, I wouldn't necessarily say the views or the downloads would be the thing. It was more like credibility, like more people coming in and messing with me due to how good I do other people's work.
Most definitely, man. I just watched you mix it up tonight, man, and you seem to really get into your music. Even with other artists, man, you start rolling and you go. Like, has that been something you've had since you were a kid, or is that something you picked up along the way?
My opinion on how certain things should be done has been since I was a kid, but in the position that I am with most engineers, they just press buttons. So with great people like the Outsiders, they allow me to be Mac. You know, they allow me to say, hey, bro, you need to do that over, or hey, bro, slow it down, or maybe try to change that, or, you know what I'm saying, the things that most engineers don't do. They just press buttons and they ask you, are you good? And then if you good, they don't really care about what it sounds like. So I have certain artists that I'm able to be more free with.
Most definitely, man. And, I mean, you're sitting in the studio, you kind of do the recording, you do all that stuff in the background. What else do you do? What other services do you guys offer?
Oh man, we got videography, we have photography, we got a marketing firm, we got pretty much what our company is a record label, but backwards. So instead of me giving you, you know, a flat rate in the beginning and then you using all of my stuff and then having to pay it back with your sales, we make you pay up front. So it's like, you know, you pay for your studio time, you pay for your videography, anything that you could possibly ask for, we could supply.
Most definitely. So you guys definitely hit all different aspects of the industry. Do you guys throw shows as well?
We're getting into it. That's one of the main reasons why it's not Envion Recording or Envion Record Labels, Envion Entertainment. So eventually I want to get to the point where I'm opening up Envy Inc. and, you know, Envy Cuts and, you know, the strip club, Envy Shake, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? So with an entertainment company with that type of licenses, you could birth many businesses up under it. So that's why we're not a record label.
Most definitely, man. You guys got a clothing line as well, I had seen.
Yeah, we kicking it off. You know, it's in the production stage. There's just some small things, but, you know, we trying to make a lot of things, you know, birth up under us.
So how, you know, 10 years from now, where do you plan on being? How long do you plan on taking before you reach, you know, the goals you have set now?
10 years, honestly, I would just like to see the first major record label be in Chicago. Chicago is one of the top 3 cities in America, and we don't have a major record label. Why Kanye Good Music not here? Why, you know what I'm saying, certain labels or certain people, they leave. I ain't going nowhere. This is where I was born. This is where I was raised. This is where I became the person that's sitting in front of you. So if anything, I want to put more money in my city versus, you know, going somewhere, getting on, and then trying to come back and pump something. I'm gonna make this work right here, and then we'll move on.
Most definitely, man. Growing up, who were a few of your inspirations? You know, who did you look at musically? Whose talent did you kind of pick, you know, what you wanted to do out of, and then how did you form that into your own style?
Well, see, I grew up with a wide base of music. You know, I'm an 80s baby. I grew up in 87, so, you know, we had albums and things. So Michael Jackson is probably one of my greatest inspirations just because he's took every single sound that you could possibly think of and threw it in one album and made it all work. It's really hard to change up sounds and change up the meaning of songs and do that and keep them up under one album. It'd be different if it was several. So I say Michael Jackson, James Brown, that rappers, Busta Rhymes. It's fucked up. I got this camera in front of me, so it's kind of hard. I'll say Eminem, Method Man, A-Ball, MJG, 3-6 Mafia. Well, not really 3-6 Mafia, because the way that they did their mixing, it was chopped and screwed, and it was changed up. It was more like the beginning of our Pyrex engineering.
Most definitely, man. And like, you got your own little style to you. What sets your style apart from all the other producers out there? Like, what's your big signature? What's something that, you know, we're to know that's Mac on the beat?
Pyrex. What our Pyrex is pretty much what we call the Pyrex is a mixing ball. So it's like the changing from one thing to another. If I was able to let y'all hear, because the outsiders are here, if I was able to let you hear what the outsiders music sound like before I put the Pyrex on, you'll be like, those are two different songs. You know, it don't even sound out. They'll still be good because they're good and the beats are good, but it's different. So we're bringing some of the South, and we're bringing some of our just personal chopping and mixing of songs and things like that to Chicago.
Most definitely, man. If there was one artist out there that you haven't worked with yet that you could work with, who would it be?
Probably 2 Chainz. I say that just because of the way that he rap. I think with my Pyrex engineering and with the way that he rap with his stopping and the da 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 and da 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 da, like that would be, it'll be really good with what we do. So, but honestly, I wanna work with everybody.
So, when you guys get past this, what's the next big step? Are you guys upgrading any of your equipment? You know, where are you going from here, and what can the artists look forward to?
Everywhere we go is going to be a difference. It's going to be an upgrade every time we do something. If you were with us when we were in the garage, when we were before the garage, when we were doing the traveling and everything, we don't even have this mixing board right here. Was actually the original mixing board that we used when we first started recording, and we've upgraded to the big boy. You know, and eventually I want to get the fancy joint where it moves by itself, but it's really pretty much useless. But every time I do something, it's going to be an upgrade. When we move it to the next studio, hopefully it'll be further north. It's going to be better. You know, the equipment is going to be better. The sound is going to be crisp, you know, and I'm going to be better.
Where can people find you at online, man? Like, where can people that want to work with you find you? You know, what's your best suggestion at getting studio time here with you guys?
At Envion Entertainment on Facebook, at Envion Entertainment, or Envion on Instagram, at Envion on YouTube, and that's ENVIYON, and then Entertainment.
Most definitely, man. Thank you very much for checking in with Underground Interviews. It's been a pleasure kicking it with you today, man. Peace out.
Appreciate it, B.